Hello, Mom. Next, I had to sit down and talk with you.
Hi, son. I'm glad to be able to do this interview with you also.
Let me start by telling you what the reason for this interview is. I wanted to get a recording of your recollection of the history of Atlanta.
That sounds very interesting. I hope I can give you some information that'll be helpful.
I'm glad you feel that way. Let's start with racism and segregation in Atlanta. How have you seen it change over the years?
I think it is less evident now. In the early 60s, it was more pronounced, but it is better now. We're more segregated, and I think that people get along better.
That's great information, Mom. Amidst the bad, a lot of good has come of it. Another thing that has shaped Atlanta is the entertainment world. How have you seen it develop from what it is now to what it was, from what it was to what it is now?
I think it's just different in ways, but I think that it's difficult to be recognized in entertainment now because it's more competitive than it was before.
Wow.
Seemed to be.
Sorry. Wow, that's an interesting take. And on to the last question. Any advice you want to give me on surviving in the future?
Just love what you do, put your heart into it, put your all into it, and just be a willing worker and always keep God first in whatever you do.
Oh, thank you for the inspirational words, Mom. Those mean a lot to me. And that concludes this interview. Thank you for coming out, and I love you.
I love you more.
Hello, Mom. Nice to have to sit down and talk with you.
Hi, son. Nice to be having the interview with you also.
Let me start by telling you what this interview is about. I want to get a recording of your recollection of the history of Atlanta.
Sounds very interesting. I hope I can be helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's start by talking about racism and segregation in Atlanta. How have you seen it change over the years?
I think it's better. It's not as pronounced as it was in the past. Growing up in the 60s, I was not directly involved in most of the racism, but had a few events, such as having to go to the back door restaurants to purchase food. But now I can eat anywhere.
That's great information, Mom. Amidst the bad, a lot of good did come of it. Another thing that has shaped Atlanta is the entertainment world. How have you seen it develop from what it was to what it is now?
I think it's just different the way entertainment is now, with things being more digitalized and with technologies and aware of instantaneous things. I think that it's more competitive now.
Wow, that's an interesting take, Mom. And on to the last question. Any advice you want to give me on surviving in the future?
Yes, I think that whatever you choose to do, you need to put your heart in it, love it, and always be prayerful about it.
Thank you for the inspirational words, Mom. Those mean a lot. And that concludes this interview. Thank you for coming out, and I love you.
I love you more.